Hi everybody and welcome to the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm as Murray State got two big wins this week against Belmont and Tennessee State. Coming up today, post-game comments, highlights, and we'll go inside the Murray State locker room. The Racer Report begins right now. Hi folks and welcome to the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm. Dave Winder here in the CFSB Center with the Racers getting two big victories this week against Belmont and Tennessee State. And that leads us into this week as the Racers now hit the road for 3 games in a row. We'll start Thursday night at SIU Edwardsville, 7 o'clock tip on Racer TV, ESPN3 and the OVC Digital Network. And then Saturday over to Eastern Illinois for a 6 p.m. tip, also able to see that online and on the Racer TV network. So we're here at the CFSB Center. Coach, two big victories this week. I got a couple of numbers I want to throw at you. The Racers assisted on 60% of their baskets this week in the 2 wins. Only 27 turnovers in the last 3 games. And in the 2 games this week, you outscored your opponents by 23 points from the free throw line. Those are all good signs, aren't they?
Yeah, they're very good signs. That's the one thing. We've tried to make it point emphasis. We're changing the way we play a little bit offensively, trying to really get the ball inside. We've been getting to the free throw line. When we struggled at times, though, we were missing free throws. I thought we shot the basketball from the free throw line well. You mentioned the turnovers. And then when you're assisting on many of your baskets, you know you're sharing the ball and playing the game the right way. So it was a great weekend, and now we got to get ready. Now we got to get ready for another big road trip.
That's right, big road trip this week. So we're going to roll the highlights and first take a look at the Saturday game, and then we'll backtrack to the Belmont game in the second segment. But another big crowd. We had great crowds this week at home, and here at the very first part of the ball game, Brandon Garrett was really active. Ended up with his first career double-double.
Brandon's been terrific. He was good the whole weekend. Tennessee State was a good matchup for him, played extremely well, and we're going to need him down the stretch. Great charge right there by Ed Daniel.
Yeah, he actually drew another one later in the game, and that's 17 by my count that he has drawn this season. Well, the Racers grabbed the lead here midway through the first half. Isaiah Cannon, what a talent, Coach.
He's not bad. Terrific player. You know, him and Ed are our leaders, and they're having terrific years.
Well, the Racers were up here 14-9, and they just started this game with a great motor, I thought, Coach. The team looked excited to play. Yeah,
they're starting to play better together. We're starting to figure out our roles, identify roles better, and I think we're just playing with a lot less pressure on our backs, and then we're having fun playing. And they all get along well, so things are coming together, and we just got to keep it all in perspective and get ready for the next game, though.
Well, it was a big battle here. Patrick Miller and Isaiah Cannon going head-to-head, 2 of the best guards in the country, so they were constantly going back and forth here. Coach, how about Jeffrey Moss? Another 27 minutes played. He hit a corner 3 right there. He was 3 for 6, 8 points, 2 assists, no turnovers.
No, he's getting better, and you know, I thought defensively, yesterday, I thought he was good defensively. He had to guard Covington at times. He did a good job there, and you can see Brandon again with a great finish. When your bigs can run and they can finish and they're athletic, that's big. And you know, now with Trez back, we can play. You know, if people are small, you can go with Trez. If they're big, you can go with Brandon. It gives you a lot more versatility.
Well, and here's another one, C.J. Ford. You know, he has, in the last couple of weeks here, really been solid for you when you put him in.
He has. He's done a great job. You know, and people may look, well, they only played 6 minutes, but you're playing behind Isaiah Cannon, who's going to play 34. But how good are those 6 minutes? And those 6 minutes were really good.
9-2 run for the Racers as they led 23-11 with about 6:51 to go before the half. There's Moss again from the corner as he answers the 3 from Miller. And then with about 4 minutes to go in the half, active hands, Coach. You guys have done a great job getting in the passing lanes this week.
Well, we're defending better. The guys are really starting to sell out on the defensive end, and I thought this team had a chance to be playing its best basketball, you know, February and March, just because of the situations with Zay and Latrez, and Jeffrey Moss's ankle was hurt. So we're coming together, but we got to still continue to have a good week of practice.
So the Racers were up 32-23 at the half, and then in the second half, Tennessee State gave you a good shot and really stayed in it a long time, but then you hit the gas and finished the game in a great way.
Well, it was offensive rebounding again, and they hurt us with that last year, and they did again last night. We were able to withstand that because we scored the ball, we didn't turn it over, and we held them to really a great first shot defense. But you know, Tennessee State's very talented. We knew they'd make a run. We got a little stagnant offensively.
Latrez Mushat gets the tip in. The Racers are up by 4 with 9:58 to go in the game. Since Latrez came back, the Racers are 8-1 in games that he's played, so it's been great to get him back in there. Man, that was a wonderful play there by Cannon in the lane. Now it's a 6-point lead, and I believe it's from this point forward, the Racers finished the game on a 23-6 run.
Yeah, we executed. We got the ball inside. Ed's really patient. You know, makes a good little play right there, and then we started to get stops and then finished in transition.
And the Racers also got to the free throw line a bunch in the second half. Coach, I thought you did a great job adjusting to the way the game was called. It was called closely, and you guys adjusted in the second half.
Yeah, it was called very closely. You know, we were in foul trouble a lot yesterday with Stacy and Ed and Isaiah, and the guys did a good job still competing the right way with fouls.
And then kind of the cherry on top right there with 24.5 seconds to go. Cannon gives Daniel a great alley-oop to make it 67-48. And the Racers go on to win this one 69-48. Murray State only committing 13 turnovers, which is excellent. And you also see the 2 double-doubles there. Daniel 18 and 10. Garrett 10 and 10. That's the first instance of 2 double-doubles in the same game for the Racers since 2009 against UT Martin when Aska and Miles did it, and that was the night Miles had the triple-double against the Skyhawks. So what a great game for the Racers, and that brings us to our first break here on the Racer Report. We'll come back and check out the game against Belmont in just a moment.
Like the thoroughbreds we are named for, Racers are spirited and proud. We have the heart and will to succeed, to go farther, learn more, and embrace wisdom. We are champions who take our place in the Murray State tradition. We are Racers.
Roof Brothers, a Paducah tradition for 100 years. Roof Brothers, locally owned, family run. Roof Brothers, the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits found anywhere. Roof Brothers, service from selecting that special beverage for that special occasion to a keg party at the lake. Roof Brothers, 2 locations to serve you. Roof Brothers, proud supporters of Murray State Athletics.
I'm not that drunk. My house is only down the street.
I'm the most sober one here.
I only have 1 drink.
According to studies, 25% of 21-year-old college students have admitted to drinking and driving. Almost every 90 seconds, someone is injured. Every day, 28 people die as a result of drunk driving. Don't be selfish. Don't be a statistic. Don't drink and drive.
That's the worst half of football I've ever seen. Are you telling me we can't do this?
I got this, Coach.
You know, people said, Pepsi Max? You can't get maximum Pepsi taste with 0 calories.
Who said that?
But Pepsi Max didn't listen.
We just delivered it. So get out there and taste that sweet 0-calorie victory!
The little guy's right.
Yes! Pepsi Max, 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste.
Do you validate parking?
Hi folks, and welcome back to the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm here from the CFSB Center. Wow, it was like 2 heavyweights coming together for a big heavyweight bout Thursday night. We're going to take a look at it here as 7,100 and some change watched it, Coach. It was the whiteout night. Man, what a night for college basketball here at the arena.
Yeah, it was a great opportunity for our league to showcase 2 of its best teams. Tremendous program in Belmont, a tremendous program with ourselves at Murray State, and great TV coverage, ESPN, the whiteout. We had a great crowd, and the energy was very reminiscent of last year. But that's the energy we need from the fans night in, night out.
Yeah, it was certainly a special atmosphere. And early on here, the Racers had a 9-0 run, and Cannon hit his first three there. It was after a Murray State steal. It was 10-8. This is a 9-0 run, a good little pop you had at the start of the game.
Well, it was funny. I said, man, I told somebody, I said, man, I've never played in the game here before when we're down 3 at the first media timeout and we're getting a standing ovation. So everybody was just excited to play and ready to play. And, you know, Belmont had a couple, you know, good opportunities early to get a couple easy baskets, but our guys responded. We made shots early. We pushed the ball in transition, and we were able to get up double figures.
You know, we've seen it before, Coach. Brandon Garrett had a great game Thursday night as well, double figures in points. He was 6 out of 7 from the field. You know, seniors figure it out sometimes in their last go-around, don't they?
Yeah, when I've said it all year long, I said when Brandon and Stacy and Dexter, they're the wild cards. When they're playing well, we're going to be extremely tough to beat. You know what you're going to get from Isaiah. You know what you're going to get from Ed. But the difference in the games this weekend, when we went to our bench, we continued to push forward. Earlier in the year, you know, or midway through the year, we would still regress or struggle when we got into foul trouble or we had to go to our bench. But CJ's filling a good role for us right now. Jeffrey Moss is playing better, and now with Latrez healthy, it makes a world of difference for our team.
Well, there's a Garrett score from Daniel down the lane. I think in the game, Ed had he had 4 assists in the game. Cannon had 6, and then Wilson hits the 3 from the wing. Now it's an 11-point lead here. Then this is the point here where Wilson hit a couple of threes in a row to make it a 14-point game. Even at that point, I thought, well, this is still going to be close at the end.
Well, you know, Belmont. The funny thing about Belmont, if you watched all their games, and they haven't lost many, but the couple that they've lost, and I said outside the Kansas game, they've always made a big push. They pressed, they made threes late, and they made a big push, and they did that against us.
Fields hits the 3. That was another one of Daniel's assists, and what a great passer Ed is. With about 2 minutes to go before the half, it was a 12-point lead. Then the Racers went into the locker room, 36-26 in front. Then in the second half, you start off with a nice post-up move by Garrett. Even though he was lefty, he spun the other way and hit a nice shot right there.
Yeah, he's doing a better job scoring around the basket. He's playing with a lot more confidence, and we need that from him.
Then later on, Cannon dishes to Fields the corner 3, and it was an 11-point game, 48-37. And we mentioned Coach Latrez Mushat. Getting him back has just been such a big boost to the team.
Well, it's a huge boost. I mean, you take 2 starters, like I said, all year off any team, and see what that does to their team. But Latrez had great rehab. Him and Eric did a tremendous job getting him back. The first couple games, you know, struggled at times, but now, you know, really since that Austin Peay game, he's playing with great confidence.
Well, he just has a nose for where to be, whether it's rebounding or whatever. Wilson hits the runner right there. It's a 15-point lead, 54-39 with 11:16 to go. And then we see another effect of Latrez Mushat, a great drive. He gives it over to Garrett for the slam. Now it's a 15-point lead. Coach, it was a 15-point lead still with 5:50 to go. When Cannon hit a baseline jumper, it was 65-50. And we're going to see Latrez hit a 3-pointer here before that Cannon jumper. But you knew that Belmont, man, they're well coached. They've got a lot of talent. You knew they were going to make a run late in the game.
Yeah, Coach Bird's probably one of the best coaches in the country, not just in our league. He's one of the best coaches in the country. Tremendous team, tremendous leadership and senior leadership with Karan Johnson, Ian Clark. They're going to win over 100 games in their 4 years here. 4 years at Belmont. So you knew they'd make a run. We have to learn from that because some of it was on us, some of it was our mistakes, that we got to do a better job getting set in our press offense and taking care of the ball.
Well, after the Racers it had fallen into a tie game, the Racers turned it over a couple times. Belmont hit back-to-back threes twice. How big was that shot there by Isaiah with 33 seconds to go? The place went, my ears were hurting. It was so loud in here.
Yeah, you know what, and he's just a winner. He's a gamer. You know, he took the same shot at Valpo and he missed that one. I knew he was due. Wanted to get him in a situation where he was making a play. You know, that's what it always haunts me. The Jacksonville State game will probably forever haunt me about not doing that there. But, you know, he responded, made a big play, and then we sealed the game with free throws.
Yeah, Cannon made one, and then Daniel made one as well, and the Racers dribbled it out 79-74, beating Belmont, handing the Bruins their first conference loss. On the night, the Racers had 15 assists out of 24 baskets. We talked about how much the Racers were sharing the ball, and then only 8 turnovers in the game too. And the Racers just played some great ball. It was a great atmosphere, and Murray State now today sitting here 18-5, 9-2 in the OVC, heading on the road this week to Edwardsville and then Eastern Illinois. We'll come back and have some post-game thoughts. We'll do that next on the Racer Report.
Roof Brothers, a Paducah tradition for 100 years. Roof Brothers, locally owned, family run. Roof Brothers, the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits found anywhere. Roof Brothers, service from selecting that special beverage for that special occasion to a keg party at the lake. Roof Brothers, 2 locations to serve you. Roof Brothers, proud supporters of Murray State Athletics.
That's the worst half of football I've ever seen. Are you telling me we can't do this?
I got this, Coach.
You know, people said, Pepsi Max, you can't get maximum Pepsi taste with 0 calories.
Who said that?
But Pepsi Max didn't listen.
We just delivered it. So get out there and taste that sweet 0-calorie victory!
The little guy's right.
Pepsi Max, 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste.
Do you validate parking?
I'm not that drunk. My house is only down the street.
I'm the most sober one here.
I only have 1 drink.
According to studies, 25% of 21-year-old college students have admitted to drinking and driving. Almost every 90 seconds, someone is injured. Every day, 28 people die as a result of drunk driving. Don't be selfish. Don't be a statistic. Don't drink and drive.
Like the thoroughbreds we are named for, racers are spirited and proud. We have the heart and will to succeed, to go farther, learn more, and embrace wisdom. We are champions who take our place in the Murray State tradition. We are racers.
Hi folks, welcome back to the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm. Now we're going to go inside the post-game press conference as the Racers have just wrapped up a big week, a win over Belmont, and then Saturday night against Tennessee State. Latrez Mushat and Isaiah Cannon, 2 of the Racer seniors, talked about the big win.
We just found our mojo, you know. I feel like we found our mojo a little bit. A lot of people worried about us on the offensive end. And like I said, I think I said in a lot of interviews, once we start clicking, we're going to be fun to watch. And I think we clicked on Thursday and we clicked today. We just got to continue to do the same thing. You know, coach is going to emphasize the same thing every day. Defense, pass the ball, cut, rebound. He only can tell us to do things, and we got to be able to do it ourselves. And I think that's what we're doing right now. We're starting to get things going. And, you know, hopefully we keep it going, and it would be fun to watch like we are right now.
Well, you could tell immediately after, you know, in the post-game locker room there, Isaiah and Latrez immediately turning their thoughts to the next job at hand, and that's going to SIU Edwardsville Thursday night. Edwardsville's tough. You got to be focused, and I love the phrase you use, you got to be locked in.
Yeah, you got to be locked in. This is over. This weekend's over. We'll watch tape. We'll show tape of the Tennessee State game on Monday before practice, and then that's it. We got to go try to go beat Edwardsville. 2 tough road games. You know, we need to travel well to those games and have some good, you know, spirit, you know, from the crowd up there. But we've got to go play well. But we had a great week of practice last week. We were really locked in practice, and we need to follow that up this week.
Well, going to practice, Coach, you guys go to work every day, and I don't. Your practices are open, and some people do come to practice sometime. But you spend the first part of every day kind of reviewing maybe a couple of fundamentals that you want to hit on. And that's really been effective for you. And I know you kind of got that the way Coach Kennedy used to do things.
Yeah, we really just do the same thing. Our practices haven't changed.
Yeah.
We probably, if a player played for us when we were at Southeastern, they probably could put our practice plan together right now today. It's about the players and chemistry and doing the right things. But, You know, we just want to continue to have good weeks of practice and be totally locked in. Our only thought right now is on Edwardsville.
Okay, we're going to take another break here with head coach Steve Prohm. When we come back, we'll go inside the Murray State locker room next.
I'm not that drunk. My house is only down the street.
I'm the most sober one here.
I only have one drink.
According to studies, 25% of 21-year-old college students have admitted to drinking and driving. Almost every 90 seconds, someone is injured. Every day, 28 people die as a result of drunk driving. Don't be selfish. Don't be a statistic. Don't drink and drive.
Like the thoroughbreds we are named for, racers are spirited and proud. We have the heart and will to succeed, to go farther, learn more, and embrace wisdom. We are champions who take our place in the Murray State tradition. We are racers.
Roof Brothers, a Paducah tradition for 100 years. Roof Brothers, locally owned, family run. Roof Brothers, the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits found anywhere. Roof Brothers, service from selecting that special beverage for that special occasion to a keg party at the lake. Roof Brothers, 2 locations to serve you. Roof Brothers, proud supporters of Murray State Athletics.
That's the worst half of football I've ever seen. Are you telling me we can't do this?
I got this, Coach.
You know, people said, Pepsi Max? You can't get maximum Pepsi taste with 0 calories.
Who said that?
But Pepsi Max didn't listen.
We just delivered it. So get out there and taste that sweet 0-calorie victory!
The little guy's right.
Pepsi Max, 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste.
Do you validate parking?
Hi folks, and welcome back to the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm. It was a big win Thursday night when the Racers took down previously undefeated Belmont in OVC play here in front of a crowd of over 7,100 at the CFSB Center. We had a chance to take our camera inside the Murray State locker room after the big win, and here's what Coach Prohm had to say to the team.
Good job, guys. Good job. Great environment out there. That's fun. That's college basketball, man. That's why you come here to come to school here. All right, playing big games, compete, and win championships. All right, you know, good program, great team. Every game they've been down, if you watch tape outside of the Kansas game, they've done it. They've been down 12, and in the last 2 minutes, man, they just make a flurry. Okay, we'll work on press offense to get better. In that situation, you just let it bounce for a minute. Okay. Let it bounce for a minute because you're getting it right away. Now the clock's running. Okay, poise, sit, way to rise up and be a senior, make a big shot. All right, way to step up. All right, we'll work on blocking ball screens and getting better. But I'm proud that the effort defensively for basically the majority of the game was tremendous. Okay, now we got to show our experience, our character, and our toughness. Come in here quick tomorrow. We'll do a little bit on Tennessee State. Okay, get some rest, and then they're just as good. Okay, Tennessee State, you know, they got a Covington potential pro. They got a very good team. So now we got to show our experience and our character and our toughness to respond on Saturday. Okay, 1 game at a time. Good win. Proud of you. Way to come in here and lay it on line. But now, guys, we got to bottle this up. Okay. All right. We got to get busy living, man. All right. We got to get busy living. Listen to that song in tonight. YouTube it, Google it, however you get it on your iPad. All right, and listen to it. All right. All right. Let's live. Okay. Because when we're locked in, and we were locked in tonight, we can beat anybody. Okay. But if we're not, we know what can happen. So let's stay locked in. Seniors continue to lead this team. Great job, everybody. All right.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you letting our camera into the locker room after that big win Thursday night. It's always special. It's a group thing. It's the managers, it's the coaches, it's the players, and you all get to share it just for a little bit.
Yeah, and I was a manager, so I'll always include them. So, but it's not about me. It's not about Isaiah. It's about Murray State. And what can we do to get this program and this team better? And slowly but surely, we're heading in the right direction.
Yeah, certainly a good week for the Racers. You've got to really be encouraged by I always talk about the motor, the energy, and you had that both games.
No question, and that was the difference. And we haven't played like that at all times this year, whether it's been the environment, whether it's been our preparation, whatever it may be. But right now we're playing like that, and we need to bottle that up and continue to build on that.
Yep, that's what hopefully the Racers can do this week, going to Edwardsville and Eastern Illinois. We'll show you the standings and the Murray State schedule ahead. We'll do that next and come back and wrap it up. And also Neil Bradley, the voice of the Racers, coming up too. We'll do that next on the Racer Report.
Like the thoroughbreds we are named for, racers are spirited and proud. We have the heart and will to succeed, to go farther, learn more, and embrace wisdom. We are champions who take our place in the Murray State tradition. We are racers.
I'm not that drunk. My house is only down the street.
I'm the most sober one here.
I only have one drink.
According to studies, 25% of 21-year-old college students have admitted to drinking and driving. Almost every 90 seconds, someone is injured. Every day, 28 people die as a result of drunk driving. Don't be selfish. Don't be a statistic. Don't drink and drive.
That's the worst half of football I've ever seen. Are you telling me we can't do this?
I got this, Coach.
You know, people said, Pepsi Max, you can't get maximum Pepsi taste with 0 calories.
Who said that?
But Pepsi Max didn't listen.
We just delivered it. So get out there and taste that sweet 0-calorie victory!
The little guy's right.
Pepsi Max, 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste.
Do you validate parking?
Roof Brothers, a Paducah tradition for 100 years. Roof Brothers, locally owned, family run. Roof Brothers, the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits found anywhere. Roof Brothers, service from selecting that special beverage for that special occasion to a keg party at the lake. Roof Brothers, 2 locations to serve you. Roof Brothers, proud supporters of Murray State Athletics.
Hi folks, welcome back to the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm. Dave Winder here as we wrap it up at the CFSB Center. First of all, let's take a look at the schedule ahead for the Racers. This week, both games on Racer TV, OVC Digital, and ESPN3. And then it's at Moorhead next week on the 20th. It's a Wednesday night game, also on Racer TV. And then back here at home for the Bracket Buster. And since we had our show last week, the Racers were paired with South Dakota State. And that'll be a 7 o'clock tip here at the arena on ESPN2. And then, Coach, take a look at the standings here as we went into the weekend. SEMO won them a couple this week, so they moved into second in the division. The Racers can wrap up the top seed out of the West Division with a win this week. And it was kind of an ebb and flow this week. Belmont rebounded from the loss here Thursday and beat Austin Peay. They're on top in the East. Yeah, you know, it looks, you know, if you're just looking ahead right now, it looks, you know, Belmont looks in good position to win the East. And if we continue to play well, to win the West. And then everybody else is, you know, fighting and clawing for seeding 3 through 8. So, you know, a lot of teams in the mix, so every game is big for Belmont. Every game's big for us. Every game's big for Martin and Edwardsville and Eastern Illinois and Moorhead. So we're going to have to play extremely well on the road for these 3 games. I was just remarking with some coworkers the other day. It's amazing. Here we are, mid-February now. And it's just amazing how fast the season has gone by. But it was a great week for the Racers. They're also closing in on another 20-win season, which hopefully they can get this week. And it's just been a great, great time. So, Coach, I'll see you on the bus. Yeah. And we'll hopefully have a great trip to Illinois this week. Yeah, looking forward to it. Thank you. Head coach Steve Prohm, and as we leave you today, here's the voice of the Racers, Neil Bradley. He had a good week, too.
Now it comes to Cannon, 7 on the shot clock. Cannon inside for the stuff to Daniel, who has to hang on the rim to keep from coming down on Cannon. 56 seconds to go. It's 74 all. The Bruins battle from 15 down to tie it. 1-4 spread for the Racers. Cannon dribbles. Racers can't hold it for the final shot. 39 and 17, the 2 clocks. Cannon, left side, 3 for the lead. Good! Isaiah Cannon comes up big, and it's 77-74.